We're live. You three say hello.
Hello.
Howdy, everyone. Welcome to the Curse of Strahd. Before we get started, I just want to say Hydro is not going to be here today. They have some personal matters they need to deal with, but we send them all our love and support and all that kind of stuff. And I will try to not kill your character. It would be really bad of me to kill their character. But I don't know. It's a roll of a dice in the end. We'll see. They're not going to get a lot for free, by the way, in this battle. We are taking part in this battle, but we'll figure it out. Oh, not a battle. We don't know yet. But hi. I am the guide of this campaign. My name's Whiskey, but my pronouns are he, they. And we are joined by the lovely Turquoise Magpie playing Lint Keptok, the wizard. We are joined by Gus, or Gosmo Arts, playing Rain, the Warlock Rogue, and we are also joined by Naomi playing Davy, not Davy, you two, playing the Circle of Spores Druid. And a quick recap from the last session. The last session, our party, who haven't really got a name yet. I call them Mistwalkers because I think it's just fun. I think it's a cool name. But they defeated Death House, which in amongst itself is an achievement that apparently no one has done before. They potentially ended the curse. There's a few hints that something is happening to the house as you lot started to make your way into the village of Barovia, a run-down, desolate village, where people are not... It's not that people don't trust you. It's that people know you're a stranger, and they kind of have seen it a little bit before. That was the vibe we kind of gave off. We spoke about the houses have a complete blacked out window, even though you always felt like you could see someone in the shadows sort of staring back at you. You worked your way through to find the Blood on the Vine, or Blood of the Vine, tavern, where you met a couple of people. One, a strange bartender who, for some reason, was just kind of mechanically doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You met three Vistanis. Vistanis in this world of Barovia are basically travelers who travel beyond the mists, is what you at least would know, as you met one of them and they brought you in. You also met the son of the recently deceased mayor. And Ismark basically pleaded to you to help him take his sister to Valaki, as he has been getting, not tortured, but getting a lot of attention from a gentleman called Strahd, or as at least the people in Barovia call him, the Devil. They really don't like using his name. They would talk about that just uttering his name would bring bad luck upon you. Whatever you want to say about that is up to you three, at least. But once they spoke to Ismark, they then met his sister. Sister is a gorgeous woman who seems very strong in herself and had a blade out to make sure she knew who you were, at least, and to try and speak to you about, well, at least letting you into their mansion. Bit of time goes by and you take their deceased father to a church where he was going to be buried. The minister at this church, Dorovic, was willing to help until you heard screaming underground as his son was unfortunately turned into some kind of vampiric spawn type creature underground. You as a party decided to, instead of slaying his son, decided to satisfy his hunger for however long you think it's going to be. So that's good. You didn't kill his son in front of Dorovic, which was really good. So after a bit of time, you prepared the burial of the recently deceased Burgomaster, not Mayor, Burgomaster, I need to be saying. After the burial was complete, a mist was surrounding you with a light rain falling down as an elven figure emerged from the fog, presenting yet another fucking letter to Rain. And this, if you can remember, this figure who was, I believe Lint was right next to him and Rain was right next to him. I believe they were the two people right next to him, right? They heard a cacophony of voices screaming from inside their minds as they were in proximity of this person. After Rain decided to tear the letter right in front of him, Rahadin had a little smirk on his face and just mentioned that the master does not take lightly to disrespect. He turned his back, kind of not bothered by you. You know, you see some people who might potentially be strong, and he's like, meh, and just turned his back and walked into the fog. As the last thing you saw before whatever happens, is his image sort of splits into two and then dissipates into the fog. You are greeted by the sounds of dogs growling in the mist, and occasionally just a couple of red glowing dots emerging from the fog all around you. Two of these pairs were similar in size, slightly further apart and a little bit higher up. You activated your circle of spores as well, Davey, right? Yeah. What's the radius on that?
Yeah. I think it's only like 10 feet or something.
I think it is, yeah. Just want to double check. If that's okay.
Yep, 10 feet.
10 feet.
Around me.
Cool. What color is it usually?
That's a good question. Probably like blue and pink.
Blue and pink? Great. I'm going to choose purple. purely because it's a color I can find in the short space of time. So before we get into whatever happens next, you three, you do notice that you can see yourselves on the map, right? Is there any position do you want to swap places? Do you want to move a little bit further out, or is there anything else you want to do on this map, which people in chat will see in a second, before we continue? I will say the eyes are kind of moving around you, so it's kind of hard to know where they're coming from to start with. So I'm going to give you a moment to just move a little bit. I'd say no further than 5 feet, if you want, unless you want to literally swap places with someone, you can do that. And what else? As the snarling is like getting louder, is there anything you three, technically Bakor would be joining in this, wanted to do before anything happened?
I'd say we stick close as a group rather than split apart, because then it'll be easier for anything to kill us.
Is that what you say in game?
Yeah.
All right. So Rain, you sort of turn to the three behind you, if you would, and you say those words to them.
You're crazy. Davey will move closer to Rain.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome to move closer to Rain.
Yeah, and activate her shillelagh.
I'm okay with you doing that. That's totally fine. Yep. You can do that out of initiative.
What's the little, from where Lint is standing right now, what is the thing that's directly north east to him? Like the little square thing?
The square?
On the map?
It's kind of like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not a grave, it's a crypt. It is. It's like a very small crypt, if you would.
Is it roofed or is it like elevated?
I'd say it's, I'm going to say roofed, because this is a map I don't know. So here you go.
Lint is scared of getting hit.
Yeah.
So he wants to climb on top of that, so at least he has a high vantage from where everything
Athletics check.
Okay.
And Rain, one more thing for you, please. Is there anything else you want to do? Because Davies wanted to do something. They activate Shillelagh. Lint's positioning themselves. Is there anything you want to do?
I don't know if there's anything I can do.
No, I mean, it's up to you. You're not a spelly person as such. You're a little bit now. But just if you want to position yourself a little bit different, or you could say that you pulled out either your shield at this moment, or you can just pull out your shield, I guess, and then you AC bumps by 2.
Sure, I'll do that.
Because pulling out a shield technically is an action, I believe. So you want to do it beforehand. But yeah, that's fine. All right. So as this happens,
I have my shield out too. But...
okay. Sure.
I rolled a 16, but I have -1 strength, so it's a 15.
It takes you. It will take you the 6 seconds in a turn to get to that point. Yeah. Okay. I'll say that. That's fine. I'll position you a little bit on the corner for you. There you go.
So how high up am I?
You haven't got that much height. It's like 8 foot, maybe. 8 foot high.
That's taller than him.
It's taller than him. Wait, Rahadin?
No, it's taller than Lynn.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Cool. Excellent. Great. I love it. So if there's nothing you want to do to prevent whatever's going to happen next, I will continue with the reveal. So as you are slowly positioning yourselves into some kind of advantageous position, you sort of slowly prepare, and this fog is, this mist, is just moving around you. It's almost like an ocean, right? You just imagine if you've ever seen those cool moments where you're in the middle of the ocean and everything else is moving around you. So it's empty space here, but everything else is around you. Kind of like that with the fog. As these red lights are just surrounding you. 5 pairs. Thanks, Twitter, for the votes.
I knew it was going to be the number
God
of wolves.
damn it.
Yeah. As the snarls just start to erupt. And you see that there's a level of coordination going on before anything happens. The fog, the mist, slowly starts to dissipate further back to reveal what is revealed to you all. And let me just do this for you. So, what is revealed to you is 5 wolves, 3 of which are regular sized. 2 are much bigger. Doesn't have to take a roll for this. Much larger wolves are called dire wolves. Dire wolves are a little bit more vicious, much stronger, maybe a little bit of intelligence behind it too. You don't really know. They are very coordinated in their approach to hunting. Let's roll initiative. Ah! And good luck. Oh my god, my positioning is fantastic. Let's fucking go. I'm going to roll for Bakor. They have a -1 to their initiative. Okay. They rolled a 13.
I also rolled a 13.
You will go first because your initiative is higher.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Ooh,
no.
Rain.
3.
Oh! Are you serious, you lot? Oh my
shit.
god.
Wait, am I really going first?
You will be, yeah. Well, let me roll for the boys first, and then we will see.
Off to a
And
great start.
that is terrible rolls, you 3. Holy shit.
Well, we didn't want him.
No, true. That's fair. That is fair. All right, let's get some fight music going. All right. So, I need to roll for my lot. Where are their stats? Okay. the pact will move together because they are a pact. Okay. Top of the round. Lint, you are currently on a rooftop of a crypt. You do notice that there are like little bits of crumbling going off on the roof. It's not just completely secure, but you should be fine with your footing. What do you want to do?
I can't see the map, so I don't know where.
Okay, so closest one, you have a direwolf, which is, by the way, the direwolf is above head height, so its face is right where you are. Just so you know. So that is 25 feet away from you. You have a wolf, a regular wolf, which is 20 feet, and 30 feet. The furthest wolf is 55 feet away from you. But yeah.
Okay. I am just going to. I have a lot of long-range cantrips, which is a concern.
Yep.
Fuck it. I guess I just cast firebolts at the. But the closest one is 25 foot.
So yeah, and that's the direwolf, a bigger boy.
I'm not super far away from you, so if that starts to come for you, I'll also throw a hit at it.
Okay, fine. All right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll risk hitting the big guy first.
Yeah, sure. Roll to hit, my dude.
Oh god.
The AC you're trying to beat is... Actually, I'm not going to tell you yet.
Oh, good. That's a 14.
14 exactly hits.
Oh god.
I wasn't going to tell you as well. All right.
So that is which one is it? It's this one. It's 1d10. Oh, that's a 9.
9, nice. Okay. So does your firebolt look any different? What color is it? Tell me what your firebolt looks like. It is fire, but is there any flavor you want to add to it?
I would say his fire would mostly have like a kind of zinc coppery texture to it, so it'd be like a greeny copper with like flecks of copper within like the embers. I was gonna say it would be green, but there is already a spell with green flame blade, and I think it's not the same flame. You
can do that if you want to. It is your spell in the end. As long as it's fire, I don't mind whatever color it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's just kind of zinc is what it is.
So this zinc colored, and it sort of sparks as it fires off and hits this wolf directly in the nose, and it sort of just goes and then turns right at you. Okay, anything else you want to do? You got a bonus action movement if you don't want to move. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do apart from just stand ready.
All right, cool. If that's the case, it's Bakor. Let me have a look at Bakor's spells. Playing a cleric, huh? Very interesting. Rain, you're going to be coming up soon as well, so just be prepared for that, please. Let's do... Okay. Let's do first level Bless. And it's going to be on U3, actually. So all of you are going to have a D4 to your attacks and saving throws. He has got concentration on that, so just got to make sure if he does get hit, I mean when he gets hit, I'll put blue for concentration. And then he will... Okay, he knows that they're covered. He's going to position himself slightly under Dorovich. And protect him more than anything. He notices that Dorovich is a bit weaker looking. So he's just going to go there. And I think for his free action, he'll just pull his blade out as well. So he casts Bless on U3 and pulls his own blade out. He will have his shield up as well. Because why not? Well, that's what he did on this turn. Okay. Wolves' turn. They rolled terrible, but not as terrible as you two. Alright, so first off, let's go with the big boys first. Let's see what the big boys want to do. The big boys, I don't think they can get to you yet. Let's have a look at their movement speed. I believe it's 40? Oh, fuck, it's 50. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay. Oh my god, a direwolf can absolutely get any of you. Okay, so direwolf is going to charge from this. So for you, from the bottom left of the map, it's going to start moving to the bottom left, right up to Bakor. Let's position them first. This wolf.
Is each square 5 feet?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, there's going to be another wolf that's going to go towards Bakor. Now, a regular wolf, I do not think... It definitely hasn't got... Still fast. Let's have a look. Yeah. Is going to run right up to you. My god, my brain. Davey. We'll have a second one. There are graves in the way. How stylish could it be? Oh, okay. Here's what happens. This wolf at the top, the little one, is going to attempt to hop onto the roof of this one here, and then jump from here and try and dive onto you, Davey, and you, Rain. So it's going to go poof, poof. It is going to make an athletics check on this to see if it will work. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, it will do that. So in this one motion, they all like converge, and this one goes boom, and starts to jump over the top of you. And big boy here is going to come at you, Lint. So it actually smashes through a tree, so it sort of shoulder bars a tree, and the tree goes down, and it's going to attack you. Okay. So we're going to go for big boy first. I believe they just have a bite attack. Let's have a look. Oh, this is actually interesting. No, they don't just have a bite attack, do they? Okay. It has advantage because it's of pack tactics. This is a Bakor, by the way. So it's cocked. Already has a 16 plus stuff. 17 plus stuff. So it will hit. So Bakor is going to take 10 points of piercing damage. Just so you three know, Bakor is already at half health. Just bear that in mind. And now Bakor needs to make a strength saving throw to see if they fall prone. That's fine. They make a save. So this massive clash of steel as this direwolf sort of basically chomps in to Bakor. Wolf that is right next to Bakor is going to take an attack as well. Has advantage on the attack. That's 18. Roll a 17. Damn. Well, I hit 17. Okay. So that second wolf does not hit. So you see that Bakor is getting a bit onslaughted right now, especially from the giant wolf. Holding her own against a small one. And you see Dodorovich is sort of cowering right now, sort of just looking around, going, "What's going on?" Oh. And you also see, I was about to say their name. Give me a second. Oh my god, I forgot the girl's name. What the heck? You three, help me. What's the name?
Tatiana?
Arena.
Yeah, not Tatiana. Has been called that though before.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then let's go for you, Davey. So that wolf is going to attack you, Davey.
Which one is this? Is this the
This
one
is the
that's
one-
pouncing or the other one?
Not the pouncing one, the one on the
Okay.
left. Let me have a look at pack tactics real quick. I want to see the rule for this. The wolf has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally is incapacitated. 5 feet of the creature. Yeah, so because the wolf is like pouncing on you, it is going to get advantage on this attack. They are very... okay. Highest roll was that, and that is a 16 to hit. Hits. You take 7 points of piercing damage. Make a strength saving throw, please.
that's a natural 19.
Amazing.
minus
Saved.
1, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as it digs in, you almost like stumble, and you
How
sort
many
of.
points of damage was it? Sorry.
It was 7, I believe. Yeah, 7
7.
piercing. And I feel like Rain is actually there to keep you up. You like pushes you away, but then Rain poof hits there. Rain, Pouncy Boy's coming at you.
The Pouncy Boy is going to take 2d4 necrotic damage.
Oh, amazing.
The Halo of Spores.
Ooh, amazing.
So that's 6 points of necrotic damage.
Cool. Would that also be the one what was attacking you too, then?
No, I can only do that once as a reaction.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'll call that. Yeah, cool. How much was it? 6.
6.
Nice. It's already looking hurt. So let's see if it hits Rain as it dives onto you, Rain. It's natural 1. Rain, what do you do? And I feel like this circle of spores damage is actually what causes a natural 1, right? So it dives in, and the circle of spores like just. Well, you tell me, Davey, how that works, and then we'll play around there.
There's like this weird sort of like purple blue filigree in the air, and as it jumps into it, it also sort of attaches on the wolf, and the wolf's like fur starts to fall off, and its skin starts to turn like blackish.
Shit.
It takes the necrotic damage.
As it lands and it sort of peels away, it lands on your shield, Rain, and its skin and fur is left on the edge of your shield as it stumbles poof, onto the grave. You know what? I'm going to give it 1 point of bludgeoning damage as it hits that at 2. Because it goes bang, bang onto the grave. So, looking hurt.
Correct.
And I believe that is all the wolves' turns. Yes. That's 5. Cool. Rain, you just had this wolf attack you. Boing. Hits. It's landed. I'm going to say it's not prone, but it is kind of like in between you and the grave in front of you.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to move between this small wolf and the dire wolf, and I want to cast Arms of Hatter, which affects every enemy within 10 feet of me.
Yep. That's fine. So 10 feet, yeah.
So roll d20?
Well, you tell me, is it a saving throw? I believe it is. Read the spell for me, please, and then I'll help you out a little bit.
Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and you batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
On a successful save, the creature takes half damage.
All right. That sounds good to me. Strength save for big boy. That is 14. Does that save? What's your DC?
My DC?
Yeah, so your spell cast should have a DC number next to it. So whatever spell it is.
14.
14, so it does save. Does it take half damage with Arms of Hadar?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll damage for me, and it'll take half. And then Little Wolf absolutely failed.
Nat 20!
Nat 20?
Wow.
Yay.
All right, so...
Nice.
Wait, roll damage, not to attack.
Wait, is that a different...
Yeah, different damage dice. I was like, what? Natural 20 on that? On attacks.
That is cool. Well, which...
Yeah, under effects, it should say like
2d6,
1d,
right?
Yeah.
I believe it is 2d6, yeah.
So roll 2d6 and then have it.
That's it.
See, there's a 3
Okay.
and a 2.
A 2, so 5 points of damage.
Well, we could take that 20 if we really
You
wanted.
really could. Yeah, we could.
We'll save it for a rainy day.
Okay, so, and the big wolf takes half that damage. We round down for damage. So that is 2 points. There. This is a concentration spell, I believe. I think it stays with you, Rain. I could be wrong. I've never actually used Arms of Hadar, and I have a warlock. I've never used it. But I will say this: the wolf that pounced on you, as it drops and your Arms of Hadar bursts out. Tell me what your Arms of Hadar do to this wolf, because the wolf is dead immediately. as soon as you cast it and it fails, it dies. So you tell me how it goes.
So I'm gonna have it to where the tendril tattoos on Rain's back sort of like shoot out from the sleeves, and it reaches out and it'll grab the small wolf and just crush it at the neck.
Oh Jesus! Yep, great. That is not a concentration spell, by the way. So it pops up and then it's gone. Cool, amazing. Yeah, that wolf is gone. Your tendrils go and it almost snaps its neck and just and then drops onto the floor. I will put a big old X on our boy right there. Amazing. Is there anything else you want to do your round or your turn even?
Let's see.
So you still got a little bit of movement.
Anything else? Throw up my shield so the big guy can't immediately decimate me.
Oh, hang on. I want to read this Arms of Hadar a little bit. It's you don't get to choose the creatures in this area.
If you move up 5
Correct.
feet,
Yeah. So
you should be able to avoid everything.
So I just move your character like up one more time, and then you would have been fine, I believe. Just point of order with Arms of Hadar is all.
So I need to move Rain up another
I'll
square?
move him for you. There you go. So yeah, you would have moved there. You would know what your spell does, so don't worry too much. Was this the first time you cast that spell, by the way?
I think this is the second. I think I used it in Death House.
Possibly, right? Either way, you're good. You're good. So as that comes off of you.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm blessed. Don't I get an extra D4?
Not to damage. Not to damage. Only attack rolls and saving throws. But good looking out. Good looking out. All right. That pops and drops. Now we are on Davy.
She grips her staff tighter. Mushrooms begin to sprout out of it. And then she's going to try to attack the one that's in range of her.
Yes.
And she gets a D4 on this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank God for the D4. 19 to hit.
Yes, hits.
Okay, so that is a D8 for Shillelagh plus a D6 for her symbiotic entity.
Amazing.
So,
Circle
that
of
is
spores.
4 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of necrotic damage.
Amazing. Already looking very hurt.
Really?
And then for a bonus action, that's her attack. And then for bonus action, she's going to cast a healing word.
Yep.
I can do that, right? Because Shillelagh was not a spell.
No, because you would have cast it. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're good.
Great. So then I'll do a healing word on Bakaw.
All right.
Just the first level. So
Bakaw will obviously thank you for this.
6 points of healing.
I am not going to do a Bakaw impression. So, amazing. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
Great. Nice and simple. Top of the round, Lint. This wolf is like chomping at you. Oh, did the wolf attack you? Did Big Wolf attack you? No, I don't think we did.
No, I don't think it
No,
did.
we didn't. Ah!
No, was it? Oh, no, that was Bacall I was thinking.
That does hit, my dude. I rolled a 16 plus stuff.
Can I cast shield?
Your shield won't cover that, I don't think.
But I didn't... Wait, is it attacking now this round, or is it attacking
It would have attacked, yeah. It would have attacked. So this is with a previous one, but it rolled too high for your shield to actually do anything. Because it's 19. Unless it doesn't, because it's 19. Also, hang on. Do you have the Cloak of Displacement?
Hang on.
If you have the Cloak of Displacement...
I have the Cloak of Protection.
Oh, Protection. Cool. Just making sure. So that gives you a +1 to your AC. So what's your AC then?
My AC's 12.
Yeah, it wouldn't have covered. It was 19. So you take...
I can't use reaction?
No. So if it would have hit you, then you could do shield. Unless you wanted to do any other kind of reaction. But yeah, shield would not be used right now.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, shield. You use shield if an attack would hit you. But
it did hit me.
Yeah, yes. What I'm trying to say here is you casting shield makes no difference for this attack. So you don't have to do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. But
She
you
gives
saying
you a
that
+5 to your AC, so it wouldn't matter because it doesn't get to 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so so basically, if anything rolls like a 17, then you could. Well, actually, no, a 16, then you cast it, and then it wouldn't have hit, but it would hit regardless if you cast it. So you don't need to do it.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, 10 points of piercing, as it would have chomped on you, and you do need to make a strength save too.
Okay.
The
19.
You're fine. Excellent. So you sort of like stumble back and your foot just sort of stomps down. And it's because of the roof sort of crumbling underneath, it sort of holds your feet in place. You can lift your leg out, but yeah, just saying that. So yeah, 10 points of piercing, and now it is your turn.
And it's right next to me.
It is right in your face. It is like jump, jump, jump.
Okay. Yeah. Lint, at the reaction of it biting him, is just gonna swear and like hiss, and then just instinctively throw his hand out and cast poison spray.
Yeah, cool.
It's like directly on his eyes.
Is that an attack roll or is that a saving throw?
It is a saving throw.
Okay. Constitution maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Just roll, see how it is.
That is. It's kind of high. 17?
Yeah, it saves.
Does it have half damage or is it no damage on a save? Spells typically say a creature will take half damage on a successful save.
It is a creature. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. Doesn't say.
So if it's a cantrip, you can't. If evocation wizards, I believe, get the half damage eventually with cantrips, but so you cast it and it sort of shoots right past it.
Okay.
Ineffective, unfortunately. You do have a bonus action. You do have movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step out.
Yeah, you can do that because you just cast a cantrip. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Where do you want to go? Tell me north, south, east, west.
What's it look like now? Because I still can't see them.
Okay, so to the south of you is kind of an open area. To the east of you is kind of open, but that's where the wolf might come at you. Don't go left. Left is death. So south would be your best bet.
Okay, yeah. I'll get off the roof and Misty Step down off it onto the ground.
Do you want to go 30 feet? Do you want to go 25? How far do you want to go? 30 is the limit, I believe.
Yeah, I'll go 30 feet.
30 feet? Excellent, yeah. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yep, cool. You got a distance. I'll move you.
Yep.
Excellent. And you're sort of just bleeding a little bit. Your blood is black, right?
Yeah, it's black
blood?
and unhealthily gloopy.
So you sort of stumble back a tiny bit as your arm is bleeding from the pierce. You notice that the hole is like this big from the teeth. And that's your turn.
It's not said that his coat's ripped.
All right. Bakor is going to see that everyone's doing okay, I believe, right? You all are doing okay? All right.
I'm at 7 HP, but...
Okay.
For high advantage.
I know, yeah. If you went anywhere else, you might have been okay. But you went where I positioned the dog, the big boy. Okay, so what Bakor's going to do is 7 HP, dude. Yeah. Bonus action healing word to you, Venlint. So that's 1d4 plus 4. Roll that for me, then add it to your character. And then is going to, I believe that is, hang on, 5 feet? Okay, then Bakor is going to use his action. He moves down between the two wolves and is going to cast Word of Radiance. 5 feet, so then no one else can get hit, which is good. And they make a con save, or they take 1d6 radiant damage. Okay. That does not save for big boy. And that does not save for small boy. So 1d6. Any pluses to that, maybe? Hang on. I don't think so. Nope. Nice. Okay, 4 points of radiant damage to Wolf. The one at the bottom hasn't taken damage, I don't think. So... Oh, wait. No, the one at the bottom has taken damage. Right?
I think so.
Hang on. No. You attacked that person, you attacked them. Wolf Boy... No, Wolf Boy hasn't. Okay. Actually, really? Wow, yeah, that one does it. That's exactly what that one needed. No. Wolf Boy's fine, actually. Yeah, we're good. So that one is hurt, but still okay. Big Wolf is fine right now. Okay, cool. After that, it's the Wolf's turn again. Something I need to do. What would those two do?
The one in my radius takes spore damage again.
Okay, yeah. So Wolf 1. Spore damage. Oh, tell me how much.
2 3s. 6. 6 points of necrotic
That one
damage.
goes. That goes. So, yeah. How does that one go?
Well, once again, there's all of these little bits of filigree, and they start to adhere to the wolf and corrode its skin off. All of its fur falls, and you start to see bits of bone where the skin is fully corroding off of the body.
Oh my god, that's nasty.
Little mushrooms grow out of the bone.
That's
of the
badass.
ribcage.
Ooh. I want to say... Can someone roll me a d20 real quick?
Sure.
Let's go... Yeah, Dave, if you roll... If it rolls over a 10, she's going to attack the wolf.
It was 5.
5, so she's going to just keep pull a shield out of herself. And she's just going to maintain defense right now. So she will be taking the dodge action. So anything against... Well, she thinks anything against her will be taking disadvantage. There's no roll for him. He's a coward. So yeah, he's gone through the ringer, yo. Okay, now that's done. The 2 wolves with Bakor. Ooh. Okay. Big boy direwolf is going to move up. It's going to attack Dorovich. Okay. Does not have advantage. Oh, roll again. Dorovich has Acolyte stats. Oh boy. That does hit. The wolf bites down on Dorovich, pulls out, blood splatters, and Dorovich collapses to the floor, unconscious. He has 9 hit points. The damage is 10 for the direwolf.
He's still alive?
Unconscious. Didn't double his max HP. If it critted, then it would have been an instant death. But we're okay right now. Well, no, he's not okay. He collapses. Alright, and then Wolf 4 gets advantage on the attack against Bakor. Still misses. So you see that as this big wolf attacks Dorovich, Bakor turns around, and just as he looks at Dorovich's body on the floor, the wolf dives at him and he brings his shield up and whacks it away. And then big boy direwolf here, because the other 2 are dead, sees a little snack of rain. Rain comes at you. Rolls 16 plus, I think that's 21 to hit. What's your
That's my
AC?
armor class?
Yes, what's your armor class?
19.
19's your armor class?
Yeah.
19's your armor class?
It's 17 plus 2. right now.
No. Oh, yeah. Wait. Where's this +2 coming from? Just so I know.
We talked about it at the beginning. I don't remember why.
Shield?
Oh, yeah, shield. I have my shield up.
So a +2, the 17 is with your shield. Just saying. Just so you know. So 17 is your base armor class with your shield up. If you didn't have your shield out, it would have been a 15.
My armor class is set at 17.
Yeah. That's because you have your shield out. It includes your shield. So it's under the assumption that you have your shield out at all times, basically.
If you go to your equipment, you'll see that your shield is equipped currently. That's what's determining your AC.
Yeah.
If you unequip your shield, it'll go down.
I never unequip my shield. I just know if it's out or not. So it was a 21 to hit, I believe I said. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a 21 to hit. You can... Oh, actually, I don't think you do have a reaction anymore. I don't think you have any spell slots. Nothing you can do? No? I believe you've already used your one spell slot for Arms of Hadar. Pretty sure you have.
Oh, guess we never took a rest or anything?
Not yet. Not yet.
Awesome.
So take 10 points of piercing damage. And then...
You have a penny dodge?
Oh, no. Not yet. Not yet. But take 10 points and make a strength saving throw. Now, you do add bless to this saving throw. I need to make concentration checks for Bakor. Yep, he's fine. Still fine. Fuck me. Fine. I think he got hit 3 times. I believe. I'm going to do one more for luck. Yep. Damn it. Okay. Bless is still up.
So 7.
7 was your save?
Yeah.
Okay. You are not prone. So you are... It bites into you and pushes you and like almost pins you down to the floor. Prone is a disadvantage on any attacks. Just stand up on your turn is what I'm trying to say at this bit. Luckily, there's nothing around you. If it was any other enemies, that's when it happens. But yeah, so it's sort of just chomping down on you right now, Rain. That is the wolf's turn. Rain, it is your turn now.
Okay. I want to take my dagger and see if I can stab it in like a really important part in the neck.
Yeah.
Or like through the eye.
Yeah. Roll to hit, dude.
And I get advantage on attack rolls, right?
You don't get advantage. When you're prone, you're at a disadvantage. Just stand up a little bit. We're going to say that you like get up, and as you're getting up, you attack it.
Am I not blessed anymore?
You are still blessed, yeah. So plus a d4. So roll a d4, add it to it.
So d20 and a d4.
That's right. And then plus your charisma modifier. And proficiency. There's so much shit to remember.
So I got an 11 and a 4. So
15? Yeah, hits.
Okay, cool. And then what do I roll for damage?
Are you using a dagger or the rapier? I would. By the way, your rapier is the only one what you can use your charisma modifier for attacks. Just so you know.
I'm gonna use the rapier then.
Yeah, I assume so. I assume when you say dagger, you meant dagger. Dagger, you meant rapier. So yeah.
Okay, rapier to hit. 17 plus 6, so 23.
That was the hit. Yeah. So
yeah.
You now roll damage. Roll damage now. So your damage for a rapier is 1d8 plus 4, I believe, because of your charisma. Your charisma modifier.
7. Okay, so it'd be 7 plus 4.
7 plus 4. Nice. That's good. Yeah, you pierce it. You jam it into its neck. Yeah, it's really good actually. Well done. 7 plus 4. Yeah. Looking hurt. You pull out and the blood splatters out as you pull your rapier back out of it. You are standing up, kind of kneeling as you're doing it. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
Not that I can think of.
What level rogue are you now? Are you level 2 rogue?
3.
You're level 1 warlock and 2 levels rogue, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to stay engaged with it, feel free. I believe at level 2, you get cunning action. Just so you know. So if you want to, as a bonus action, you can disengage from it so it doesn't get an opportunity attack, or you're just staying in the fight and that's fine. Just so you know.
I'll disengage. Does that mean I just move like 2 squares in a different direction, or?
So basically, you can move 30 feet because that is your movement, but you can leave this wolf's range and it will not try to attack you. It can't. So if you want to get away from it, you're more than welcome to. You're free to walk away from it for 30 feet.
Okay, I'll step back there for now.
Yeah, cool. That's good. Lint, Picor, Rain, Davy.
Okay, Davy is going to sort of step around the dead wolf and attack the big one.
All right.
Using Shillelagh. Bless is still up, right?
Yes, Bless is still up.
Excellent. It's a 15 hit?
15 wolf? Yes. Hits.
Yay. Alright, so that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. 5, 7. Amazing. Okay.
And then bonus action, healing word on the acolyte.
Okay, yeah, on Dorovich. As you point out to Dorovich, what do you say to Dorovich to get him up? I want to know what Davy would say, because Davy's creepy. It's interesting. So he's literally like bleeding out on the floor. His eyes are like wide and almost starting to glaze over. He's breathing really deep.
Don't let the beast take you on our account.
And you see him just
5 points of healing.
5 points. Amazing. That's almost half his hit points. That's so funny. Yeah, so Dorovich is on the floor, prone. Okay, cool.
That's it.
Amazing. All right. Back to Lint. Lint, you have Misty Stepped. The wolf, you can like barely see it. Actually, no, it's a little bit higher than in the thing. From your point, you can like see its top head and its ears right here. But you do have line of sight on the dire wolf that Davy is attacking, and the mini wolf that is, well, no, regular wolf that's attacking Bakor.
Okay. So how many wolves are there total?
There are 3. 2 big, 1 small.
2 big, 1 small. I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Is it possible to split them in 3? Because it says...
I think you can, right?
Darts can strike simultaneously. You can direct them to one creature or several.
Yeah, there you go.
So...
If it's written down, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a missile for each wolf.
Okay, you just roll the damage. I think it's 1d4.
1d4 plus 1.
Plus 1. Amazing.
4.
Tell me, personally, I like individual power for each one, but yeah, because this is your spell, Soph, would you prefer it if you roll once for the damage and that's all 3? Or would you like to roll individual damage? Me personally, I'd like individual, but this is your spell, and because it just hits unless the wolves cast shield, maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe they could.
If you're okay with individual damage,
I'm more than okay with that. Again, it's one of those things where I don't really mind.
Okay.
Some people say 1, some people say 3, so it's your call. But yeah, so yeah, that first one, that 4 what you rolled. So was that 4 plus 1, so 5 total?
No, it was 3 plus 1.
Okay. Which one was that aiming for? Was it for the small boy or one of the big boys?
I would say he would go from right to left in casting them. So whatever's most right to him would get that one.
Big boy would be the furthest right. It goes from the right-hand side to the left. It goes big boy, small boy, big boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so 4 points to
big boy.
That one.
Thanks.
Excellent.
2 points to
2
the small
points,
one.
Small boy. Okay, he's looking hurt.
Hey, 5 points for the big one.
Nice. Okay.
They look like, because they're his first spell that he learned at first level in his wizardry from his mentor, they look like the tips of fountain pens that have been sharpened to like a dagger, like an arrow's head. And he just kind of like throws them out like that.
Can we say there's like a weird ink what flows behind it?
Yeah.
Cool, sick. Yeah, so hits. That's very good. Well done. Anything else? That was your first level action. Anything else you want to do with a bonus action? Or I don't think you have any more bonus actions.
No, I don't.
That's fine.
I might move just a little bit closer.
Okay, do you want to go up, top left, top right? Where do you want to go?
I want to go diagonally towards where most of the action is.
Okay, well, do you want to be right next to the wolf or 5 feet away from the wolf? Your call.
5 feet.
Okay, so there's a bit of distance between you both. Okay, good. Lint, nice round. Bakor's turn. Bakor sees that you have Dorovich. Davy is going to... Yeah, is going to turn to the small wolf. Notices that it is struggling. Yeah, it's going to attack small wolf. Yeah, 17 plus stuff. That definitely hits. I believe they have a long sword, which is 1d10. No, that's when it's two-handed. He does two-hand it, doesn't he? No, he's got a shield out. One-handed. 1d8. Okay, cool. It's so fun controlling multiple things. Especially when one of them is a friend's character. That's that. Plus 7. Yeah, that one does it. So you see Bakor in this moment of the arrow sort of hits, that wolf turns to see you, Lint. And as it turns, Bakor goes shoosh, right in the back of its head and pulls the blade out, ready to go for the dire wolf. That wolf here is done.
Just the big boys now.
Well done, Dro. You're still kicking. You got it, buddy. You got it.
Hell yeah.
They are watching the VOD after this, by the way. You're not dead yet, friend. Okay. And any bonus actions? I don't want to be... It's the beginning of the day, so I don't know. Bonus action. Anyone looking bad? Everyone okay?
HP's at 16, so I'm still pretty alright.
Okay. Then bonus action, we're going to keep it chill. He's just going to maintain his concentration and eye up the dire wolf that's right next to him. Oh, wolf's turn. Ooh, okay, dire wolf.
Dire wolf is going to take 2d4 points of necrotic.
Good looking out. 2d4, did you say?
4 points.
Amazing.
Yep, 4 points.
Woo, looking hurt. Direwolf. Yeah, they move at the same time, so this is going to make sense. Direwolf moves over here. Big Wolf stays where he is. That one's going to take some damage too, right? Because it enters your zone.
I can only do that once.
You only do it once. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, David, because this is about you, technically, could you roll me a d20? If it's above a 10, it's going to go for you. If it's below a 10, it's going to go for Dorovich.
Just ignoring Arena?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a 12.
12, so it goes for you. Okay. It does have advantage, because you are within 5 feet. That's a natural 20, dude. 20 points of piercing on you. I didn't even...
Some of the spores in the air fade.
Okay. And roll me a d20 again. This is for the other direwolf.
3.
3? That's Dorovich.
Oh, no.
Has advantage. Definitely hits. I need to see if it crits. Does not crit. It rolled a natural 19. So Dorovich goes back down. And yeah, Davey, this moment when you see them converge, they are ignoring Irina. Like, I'm not sure why. Also, Lynn, roll me a d20. Above a 10, Irina's going to attack. 12. She's going to attack the direwolf that just hit Dorovich. That hits. Amazing. Good for you. You see that Irina isn't like adept at fighting, but you know she's practiced. It's kind of that. It's amateurish, but still striking true. That's good. 7 points to that one. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Top wolf is gone. Dorovich is down. Bottom wolf is gone. Hit you for 20 points of fucking piercing. That ends their turn. Rain, you're up. Where are you? There you are.
I'm up, down. I'm going to move, though, right next to where this direwolf is.
Yep.
And I'm going to use the rapier again to take a swing at it.
Yeah, cool.
So I roll d20 to see if I attack.
Yep.
You get a d4.
That one and a d4. I got a natural 19.
Yeah, that hits. Good. Yeah, roll damage. It's definitely looking hurt.
11.
Ooh. Yeah, looking very hurt. You see that it is so focused on Dorovich that you sort of pierce it. It is within 5 feet of a ally, Irina, which means you get sneak attack damage too. So sneak attack is 1d6, I believe.
Okay. 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so close. I gave you that moment of like, you could do it, but you rolled a 1, unfortunately. That's fine.
Thank you, though.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Yeah, level 3 is when you are 2d6, but you're not level 3 rogue yet. So you're level 2 rogue. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Rain? Are you happy just to go in at this one right now? You've used your movement. You use your action to attack.
Hexblade's Curse?
You can bonus action Hexblade's Curse, yes. That's not a spell. That's just a feature of the Hexblade. My favorite thing. I love it. Oh, I'm going to say this, by the way. Because you're new to this, right? I want to give you a little bit of a pointer, because I play Hexblade. What you could do is you could have cast Hexblade's Curse. Oh my god, wait. Would you have... If you knew how this worked, would you have done Hexblade's Curse first?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to say that, alright? Because Hexblade's Curse, on a natural 19, is a crit, I believe.
Yeah, it would have been, but I keep forgetting that bonus actions are a thing.
You've had 2 weeks. I'm letting you off on this, alright? I'm here to help you as a DM. So that would have been crit damage. So do me a favor. I want you to re-roll your attack. You re-roll your damage. So I want you to re-roll your 1d8. And I want you to re-roll your sneak attacks of 1d6. So re-roll your 1d8 and re-roll your 1d6.
My roll d8 was 4 plus 4, so that's 8.
Okay, so that would have been that. So that 1d4 would have been that. So 8 plus that would have been 12 damage, just normal. And what was your sneak attack damage? 1d6.
6.
Okay. With the Hexblade's Curse, you get the crit damage on a natural 19. You definitely rolled a natural 19. So on your dice, it rolled 19. So that would have counted as a crit for Hexblade's Curse. Okay. There's also damage on top of that, I believe, right? Isn't there like a +2 to damage with Hexblade's Curse? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hexblade's tutorial.
See.
Read Hexblade's Curse.
I gain a +2 bonus on damage rolls, yes.
Okay, so that would have been more.
I score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20.
Yep. And if a creature dies,
I regain 5 HP.
You take that 5 HP because the direwolf with all that is taken out. So tell me how you defeat this direwolf as it's chomping down a Dorovich. You sneak up behind it. You put your rapier into it. Tell me, what happens?
So I'm going to say that I stab it in one eye and drag the blade across the other? Just like across its face.
You see, as you stab and pull, right here, it opens up, and you actually get past the nose part, or snout part, and the snout sort of folds forward too, and it sort of yelps and poof, lands. Important. Rain. Roll me a d20. If you roll under a 10, it lands on Dorovich.
Is it bad that I got a natural 1?
Oh, that's really bad.
So Dorovich will take 2 failed death saves.
Oh no.
So you see it crush him. He's under it.
Sorry.
But you got the wolf.
My bad.
And you learned as a player, you know.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm always here, you know. I'll try and kill you a lot, but I want you to survive too. And I'm a teacher. I teach things, so it's what I do. So that was your turn, Rain. Yes.
Yep.
So you bonus action Hexblade's Curse. You went in with your rapier. You snuck. Did a sneak attack. You rolled a natural 19, so you critted. You get that 5 HP back. Amazing. Davey, you see Dorwich?
Did we skip Lint?
Lint, did we?
I
don't think
no,
so.
I was at the beginning.
Yeah, they moved to this doggo here.
Yeah, I did magic missile.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right.
Thanks for looking out, though.
Okay, I'll attack the direwolf. Okay, so I no longer have my spores, my symbiotic entity, so it's gonna be a little bit. I still have bless though, right?
You do. But Core has not taken damage, so.
16?
Yeah, hits.
Alright. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Describe to me how this one goes then, Davey.
Taking her staff, Mushroom starting to sort of like, as the symbiotic entity fades, all of the bits of filigree in the air starts to adhere to her staff and grow larger and larger mushrooms, and then she just takes it with one hand and whacks it over the skull of the wolf, and there's this cracking sound as the filigree begins to bore into the wolf's skull, and tiny little mushrooms sprout out of its head.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. Can I add, in your head, there's a little bit of child laughter? As this wolf yelps, and it almost goes from a yelp into a gargle, as its tongue starts to melt away, in front of your eyes. And
she's gonna...
Yeah, please.
She's gonna turn around, sort of like kneel over to where he's crushed under the wolf and just go, "What's more important to you, mister? Your son or the call of the earth?" And give him a healing word before.
Good lord, what a question.
8 points of healing.
You heal him like almost to the max HP. That's so sad, Dorovich. My god, dude. So real quick, everyone, before we move on, during this fight a lot of shit happened. Davey, you've already clicked onto something, but I want to see if Lint and Rain would have clicked onto it. Both of you make insight checks real quick. As Dorovich is... Oh, he is still under the dog, by the way. Just so you know. I'm not going to say he's going to take any more damage, because that's just too mean. But yeah, he's looking very hurt until you cast that spell. He's like, aha, I'm good. I'm such a weakling that I feel better after 8 hit points. So yeah, you two, Lint and Rain, what did you roll for insight.
I got a 4.
4? Nope.
13.
13? Yeah, I think a 13's fine. 4, you know what? You did so good with your new shit. Like Hexblade, I'm going to say you're more focused on what you were able to do in that moment regarding like this new ability that you've gained from something. That you're a bit more involved with that. Lint, I would absolutely say that you would have noticed that the walls would, even like when they were like moving towards, they never looked at Irina, but they managed to just move around her, aiming for the weak one in the group. And yeah, you did survive though, so well done. GG, y'all. Round of applause to everyone there. And thank you for Twitter for voting on.
I'm glad we survived a fight that I started.
Yeah, I will say, I'm telling you.
And inadvertently decided how difficult it was going to be.
Yeah, that's true. A completely avoidable encounter, but you're like me. You like poking the bear, and I respect that. As this dog, this giant wolf, collapses down as the spores start to slowly, basically consume its body. I'm going to assume that Bakor is the one that pulls out Dorovich from underneath the direwolf. And you stand up, all of you, and look around. And you kind of look around to see if there's any more. And I do want you all to make a perception check real quick, actually. That'd be really cool of you.
Natural 1.
Nice.
Oh, no.
The balance.
17.
17.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. So Rain, maybe it's this feeling of, I want to do it again. That felt good. You and Lint as well, by the way, but there's a bit more, is it animosity from you, Rain, maybe? I don't know.
Animosity, bloodlust.
Yeah.
Lint's upset that his coat's been ripped by the bite mark.
Like, where are you fuckers?
Yeah, Rain's upset for him.
Yeah. You notice that in the fog, there are a few more like pairs of red lights moving around. But as the mist fog starts to dissipate, they also start to move away until the graveyard itself is kind of not clear because it's still kind of misty, especially lower to the ground, and there is still a bit of rain pouring down. But you are left with the wolves surrounding you, the freshly dug grave of Irina's father, and Dorovich will look at all of you and go, thank you for saving my life. I've never experienced that much pain before, and you saved me, especially you, Davy, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Please, do you mind if we go inside for a second?
Can Rain skin one of the dire wolves and take some of its teeth?
Yeah. It's gonna take you about 10 to 15 minutes, but yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
It's also going to go up to the wolf that has Davy's spores growing on them, and is going to take out a little vial, get a pair of tweezers, and just like very carefully unroot, not pluck, but like unroot one of the mushrooms and put it in the vial, and just pop it in there, and then he's going to bag it.
Okay.
I think Rain's gonna do something with the wolf fur and the teeth, and then maybe try and find a way to send the rest to Butler Guy.
You can certainly try.
Davy's gonna walk up to Lint as they're plucking the mushroom. Go, what are you doing?
Just investigating. It's very interesting. Your spores. They have very interesting properties. I'm just curious as to what one of them would do if I was able to, introduce it to new environments.
But you're taking it away from its friends.
Only for now. I could give it back to you if you want. Afterwards, I just need to do a little bit of writing, maybe for a night, and then I'll give it back.
Promise?
I promise. And he holds out his hand.
Okay. She takes your hand and she shakes it really vigorously.
Okay.
Your socket sort of pops out a little bit and then pops back in. What's your HP, Davey?
15.
Would you consider yourself visibly hurt?
It's 15 out of 31, so...
Half so you bloodied, technically. I think if that is the case, then I believe Bakor would at least cast maybe another healing word on you. Just to bump you up a little bit. So yeah, 1d4 plus 4. Pretty please.
8.
Amazing, yeah. So, you all take a breather. Rain, question. You know the letter? What did you do after you ripped it? Did you, like, drop it on the
definitely
floor?
held on to it.
Held on to it,
because
okay.
it might have some helpful information, but ripped it purely as a sign of disrespect.
Oh,
Fuck
100%.
you.
Yeah. Okay,
I
cool.
imagine you ripped it in half with both hands and then just pocketed your
Yeah,
hands in your
exactly.
pockets with it still. They're just like,
We don't need this. Pockets.
Like someone gives you cash, and you're like, I don't want your money, and you quickly... That's exactly the type of person I am, by the way. Anyway, you wander back in to the church, and you are first off greeted by Doru, moaning a little bit, not as much as you first appeared, because you have satiated his hunger, but the moaning is slowly but surely like arriving. Yeah, you settle around, and you go into the hall where the benches are broken around you, and Dorich kind of finds one of the pews, and sort of asks you to sit down, and he looks at you all and goes, once again, thank you for not only saving my life, but helping with my son. I'm ashamed to say I do not know what to do with him. He has, unfortunately, turned into some kind of creature, a vampiric one at that, and unfortunately it was his own fault. He thought he could slay the beast himself, as the young ones do. This man convinced him and a bunch of others to march upon the devil himself and slay him and be rid of the curse of this land, and well, he is a result of all of that. I'm grateful that he made it back, but now he is tortured. I don't know what to do. My main thought is to keep him there, and I don't know. I will try to feed him as much as I can, either myself or maybe I can find some cattle. I just don't know. That is not your concern. You've already done it far enough, and I appreciate what you did. And there's this moment where he looks at Irina and turns and goes, "My dear, would you mind if I have some private words with our friends here?" And Irina is kind of looking at him a little bit, and is just going, Of course, yes. I'll be right back there. And she points to like one of the rooms opposite where Daru is. Again, Daru for you three, you four technically, is locked away. It's been piled up on top, so there is no real chance of him escaping. Wait a minute. There's no real chance of him escaping. He rolled really bad. So she's gonna place herself like in one of those rooms. Probably go to the bathroom actually, where she can just wash herself a little bit. Because even though she didn't get attacked, there was like mud and shit. So she's just gonna clean herself off a tiny bit. And Dorovich will turn to all of you and go, my friends, what is your intention now with Eilina? I see that you have obviously helped her with the burial of her father. But I'd like to know what the rest of your plans are, if you don't mind.
Well, we were advised by her brother to escort her to Vallaki.
Vallaki?
He believes that it's a safe place for her, but I think we will come to the conclusion that she's still going to be hunted while she is there.
This could be unfortunately true, but Vallaki is a well-guarded place. They say that it is out of the vision of the devil himself, so it is absolutely an option. You can head your way east, and you will eventually get there. You have to get past a certain crossroads, which will go past a Sir pool. Be wary of the encampment there. There are Vistani. They are a good bunch. They keep to themselves mainly. But I ask of you, if you are not able to take her there, or you take her there and you seem it's not the best place for her, I would ask you to go to a bit further beyond to the Abbey. The Abbey is a place that I know personally, and the head there is a good man, a faithful man, a powerful man as well. He is more than capable to look after her too. So if Vallaki does not work out, that is where I would advise personally.
Yeah, can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, of course you can.
On this whole, I want to know two things. I want to know.
Yep.
Is he the? Do you think that he would sell us out? Like if someone came knocking on his door, is like, "Hey, where are you taking Arena?" Would he tell them? And then the other one is this Abbey place actually trustworthy?
Absolutely fine. Yeah, totally fine to do that.
18.
18. So he's definitely being forthright with it all. He is being honest with his idea of Vallaki is good. If it isn't that good, though, if something's happened because it's been a time before he was there, then maybe this place will be even better. It's a bit further beyond, but he is confident in what he says. Regarding his, like an insight in his character, right? Is that what you're trying to put across? You saved his life, and you have provided some comfort for his son. With that in mind, you have the idea that he owes you. And I think that gives you that confidence that he will keep his mouth shut more than anything. If you were to have done anything else to his son, maybe it might have been a different story. But right now, you have made it so that his son is still alive. Quote unquote alive. So with that said, I think you can trust him. I think that's what, and here's the thing, would Davy themselves trust him? That's the most important part, right? You have this insight check, but as Davy's character, would Davy's character trust this person? You get what I mean? Because I feel like Davy's like, I trust fucking everyone. So but I just want to make sure. I don't want to put that on your character, but just thinking about it like that. So yeah, that's what you get there. Any other questions for anyone else? While I'll look at the actual name of the abbey. It is called the Abbey, but it's also another place, another name for it.
To make it further, Lint will say, "What's the name of the owner of the abbey?"
You fucking bastard!
I knew you wouldn't have it.
You bitch! Hang on, let me figure it out. Give me a second. Da 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 da. Ah, I got it. I think.
Is there a point where we can go back to the graveyard? Because I see a sword that I want to steal in there.
Wait, there's a sword in there?
If you go down to the bottom of the map, it's laying on top of a
Oh,
open...
ignore that. It's a pre-made map, my dude.
Set dressing.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's the inedible part on a cake decoration. You know what I mean? So for you four to know, it's called the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kretsk, which is Krezk. And I'll just double check because you fucking asked something that is like way further in to the campaign, because I do want to tell you.
That's good to know.
Because you're an asshole. Don't worry, I'm going to try and kill your character. It's fine. I have complete control of your lives, so that's fine. I think it's fair.
First on the hit list.
Where the fuck is he? Hang on. I'll get it.
So who is Saint Markovia?
You're such an ass.
You ever getting an intelligent character?
I know. I hate them. I hate intelligent characters. That's why, everyone, I don't send you to a library, because that sucks.
I'll find one.
Oh, they're just called the Abbot. That's it. Known as the Abbot. I thought so.
It's just going to raise an eyebrow and say, if you know him enough to know that he is a good man, how do you not know his name?
That is how he was introduced, and if that's what he wants to be called, then that's what he wants to be called. Why would I change the name?
You never thought to exchange further pleasantries and going person to person with each name?
No. Why?
Lint, are you an expert on pleasantries?
I'm an expert on unpleasantries, that's for sure.
I do have something to say about your friend Irina, what might help you understand a little bit more of the situation, what you're in too, if that's okay.
Go for it.
And you see that he finally sits down after he's been thinking about the fucking name of the abbot. He looks at you all and says, Irina is not Koryan's biological daughter. He found her when she was a very young child in the Svalik woods near the cliff leading up to the castle Ravenloft. Unfortunately, through the years, Irina has mentioned she has no recollection of any memories before that time she was discovered. But Koryan, he was a good man. He loved her like she was his real daughter. For why the devil keeps berating her recently, I'm not too sure. But I do believe that her brother has the right idea. She will consistently get assaulted eventually here, to the point where she might even end up like her dear father. I would like to back up Ismark's claims of giving her a chance. You are clearly capable beings. I do not know if you are of faith, but honestly, I'll put my faith into you. So, if your intention is to take her to Valaki, please stay safe. The woods are a dangerous place. At nights, of course, but even during the day, unfortunately, the sky above is in a constant state of cover. But I think you could do it. I mean, you sure saved my life.
I'm so sorry about that wolf, by the way.
It kind of looks at you a little bit. It's like in his head is like, I wasn't looking. He didn't actually see what happened. So now he's like, what the fuck do you mean? No, my dear, not your fault at all. But please, just keep an eye on her. She's gone through a lot, and if she is to be saved by you, then that'll bring me joy. And he sort of goes behind is it a pedestal? I can't remember what it is. And he just gets a bottle of wine and just starts pouring it out for himself. He fucking chugs it to start with. And he's like, oh, I'm totally sorry. And he like offers you all any if you'd like some. And then he just starts to drink. And you lot, whatever you want to say to each other or to him, please do. No more questions about the future of the campaign. Thank you.
Lintz turns over to Davi and just says quite quietly, not over here, it says, didn't you say this morning that you had a dream about finding someone near Serpool, which is on the way to Valaki?
Mm-hmm. I think I remember that. Why do you ask?
Because we were not that keen to take this offer at first, but it seems like we're having more and more reasons to do this escort mission.
Well, Irina is our friend, so we should help her.
Agreed. Well, I certainly agree. I don't know about you two. Looking at Cole and Rain.
I'd say we make sure Irina's settled first.
Okay. Maybe we
This
should...
is so exciting.
I think maybe we should get a horse or something. If the road is dangerous, then at least make sure Irina is at an advantage, so if we get attacked, she can at least go on ahead.
We should also maybe short rest. Is that something we can do?
Before we head off?
Mm-hmm.
So we can not be horribly underprepared for whatever comes our way next. I started that fight not remembering that we did not have a rest.
Well, it was actually the beginning of your adventuring day, I believe, because the whole thing started at dawn. So I would say when dawn broke, it arrived a little bit later than usual. The actual burial itself and all that kind of stuff took about 2 hours, maybe, with your fight, a few seconds. Don't really worry about that too much. And then the cooling off period, another hour. So let's say it's midday here. I'll also say that during this time of setting and conversation, you would all get a short rest anyway. So if you want to hit a short rest, you can do. You can also use your hit dice if you want to. But yeah, that's why I double check the lay of the land right here. Cool. Is there anything you want else you want to say before you leave the church?
Davy would turn to Rain and say, I can't believe you did that. Why would you anger them like that? I've never seen anyone do something that stupid.
Who are they talking to?
Rain.
You.
Oh. Good. That's what I thought. I heard stupid and I'm like, that's me.
Your ears perked up a little bit.
Yep. Rain's gonna turn to Davy and be like, part of the reason I feel like they can get away with so much around here is because nobody stands up to them ever. So I feel like it's good to show a little disrespect every so often.
That's that's silly. Don't you know, shouting at the clouds won't make it rain, and disrespecting the devil will only take you further into hell.
If that's where I'm headed,
Take an inspiration point for that quote. That's fucking sick.
Right?
By the way, you lot know that you all have an inspiration still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Davey, I don't know if you've used yours, but you can't stack them. So if you have... Yeah, I'm sorry. Or else you're going to be like, I have 17 of these for the BBEG.
I like you. You're crazier than I am.
I'm going to try and take that as a compliment the best I can, Davey. For what it's worth, I like you too. That was really cool what you did with the mushroom and the wolf skull thing. That was badass. That was cool.
Speaking of which, Linton likes to just quickly try something before we do a short rest. He would just like to take this quick moment as they're convening to cast Identify on the mushroom that they collected from the skull, just so that he knows like what kind of a mushroom it is.
Okay, so do me a favor. One, Davey, what are you resistant to?
I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay, so I give me a name of the mushroom, Davey, because these are your mushrooms.
Oh, fuck.
But I will say this. The property it's going to have... Davey, you can decide this, okay? Actually, I'll say the property that they can create, and I want to make sure that we're not going to make this too powerful, because there's a chance of, like, you know... but I would say one of them would give about a 1d4 necrotic damage if it is applied to something. It doesn't last forever. It would last like a minute. If someone wants to consume it, I bump that up to like 1d6 necrotic damage. So I'm going to say that it's a necrotic mushroom that creates 1d4 if it's applied to a weapon, 1d6 if it's consumed. So it's not big, and you can't... I'm not going to say like you compile them all up and it turns into 10d4 because that's nonsense. No. But you can absolutely say that there's necrotic elements to this mushroom. Davey, you decide the name of this mushroom because, I don't know, it's yours. What's the name? What name did you give this child of yours?
Oh, it doesn't really have a name. Do you want to name it?
No, I just wanted to know what it was about, but I've, got as much as I need from this, so I said I would give it back to you. So he hands back the vial with the mushroom inside it.
Cool.
She'll take it, uncork the vial, and sort of press it up against her arm, and you see she sort of like takes the robe that she has over one arm off, and you see like hundreds and hundreds of mushrooms growing out of her hand, like rotted flesh and like bones poking out of parts, and they're just like growing out of her, and she just like sticks it in little roots, and it just sort of melts with the rest of her mushrooms.
Amazing.
Linz just immediately leans in closer to just have a look at it all. It's just like, my goodness, does that
Rain just kind of smiles and is like, God, she's so cool.
Does that hurt at all?
What does that mean again? Hurt?
It's when you feel something very bad, like when something hits you and you just get the sense of overwhelming grief or something wrong.
Well, it's not bad. It does tickle.
Oh.
You see, as you are applying this mushroom back and all that kind of stuff, Dorovich and Irina, as she finally comes back in after the conversation's kind of settled, looks at you do that and goes, Dorovich, can I have some of that drink, please? Thank you. And like they all just quickly drink a little bit more because of, Irina doesn't know what she's getting herself into right now. But as your conversation comes to a close, please make sure you're taking your short rest, because I will say, like, you spend an hour here just collecting yourselves a little bit, drinking a little bit of wine, settling down. Because, again, I think in D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, a fight is adrenaline, right? It's trauma. There has to be some kind of downward moment, right? Where you have all this adrenaline popping up and you're going to be a little bit sluggish for a little bit of time, you know? So I feel like the short rest is to recuperate yourself physically and mentally a little tiny bit. So Irina will turn to you and go, you are obviously free to explore the village all you like. And when you're ready, please come to our mansion. You are welcome to rest for a day or night. And if you'd like to go first thing in the morning, you're welcome to.
Do we want to go to one of the shops and see if we can stock up on anything that'd be helpful on the journey? Because I feel like we're about to do a long thing.
Very handy. We also may need a horse of some kind of traveling place, so that we can have Arena license.
I'm going to say there's not too many horses in Barovia. So
still find one.
I'll say you'll be able to find one. Arena will provide one. And I think Ismark would have one. So I think Ismark would give you one as well. So you're going to have 2 horses total. This Barovia is not really in the need of horses. You know, not too much trade happens in Barovia, or at least out of Barovia. There has to be some kind of import, because where does the wine come from, right? But export from Barovia isn't really a thing. So I'm going to say you have Irina's and Ismark's horse. Ismark's horse is called Rosemary, and Irina's is called Shade.
Love that.
Write it down because I forgot. So you'll have your horses by the end of this. So just say that you have them. You have Barovia. Do you want me to list out like the things that I've told you about with Barovia, just so you have your options? Is that okay? So
yeah,
you have
the options for shops and whatnot.
A couple of things to explore if you want to. Okay. One. You still have Mercantile. Hang on a second. Where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Bill Draft's Mercantile, which looks like the shop in the village. You also have Mad Mary's area, if you would like to visit there. She's still crying. And what else? You have that. You have that. And while you're walking through the village, but we'll say this as well, by the way, if this is okay, unless you want to have her with you, totally fine if you want to. It's not gonna, I might affect things. If you want Irina to go back to the mansion, and then you like kind of separate for a little bit, please do that. We'll say you escort her to the mansion and then she stays with her brother for a bit. Or unless you want her to come with you, it's your call.
I'd say we leave her so we don't have to worry about her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the mansion is heavily fortified, as you already know. And she did mention that attacks haven't happened since her father died. The only attack what's happened recently is the thing what Rain triggered. Have you checked that letter out, by the way, Rain?
Have I checked what?
Have you checked that letter out, what you tore? Have you looked at it at all?
Not yet, but we could do that right now.
It's up to you. I mean, you don't have to. I just wanted to let you know.
I think after we drop off Irina, then I'll take a look at the letter.
Okay. Did you split and then put it in both pockets, or did you split?
Yeah.
You would notice that you reach into one pocket and it's not there. You reach into the other pocket and the letter is reformed.
Motherfucker!
And it's to whom it may concern.
Rain like just a slew of curses underneath their breath, and it's like pops the letter open. And it's like fine.
I will give you. Do you want me to give you the full letter or just like what it gives off?
What it gives off.
Okay. The letter itself is a direct letter from Strahd himself to Irina. This was a letter for her. And the letter itself is basically writing the condolences for her loss. He mentions in the letter, or talks about, that she has no more options but to come with him. It's very elegantly put, but it comes across very creepy. Actually, let me just double check something, because this is actually kind of interesting. I want to see if I have got this completely right. You two, is there anywhere where you want to go right now, by the way, before I mention what happens with this letter? Anywhere else you want to go?
Davey's gonna go back to Blood on the Vine.
Cool, that's fine. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. So the letter itself is all about it's trying to charm her, you know, into, hey, everything's happened for a reason. I'm your only option now. It's kind of that vibe. But it is extremely like well written in a sense of he wrote this in a way where for someone who might have a weaker mind than Irina, they might lean into this. But Irina's not weak. There's... Yeah. I
think Rain's going to chuckle at it and be like, what perfect definition of a well-polished turd?
Did they read that out to everyone else or just to themselves?
I'm going to say read it out loud to everybody.
All right.
Okay. You don't have to read it out. I know you've been doing that so many times. But yeah, I'll read it though. Why not? I'm not going to do his voice yet because you don't know what his voice is. I'm just going to read it as me. Dearest Irina, it is with the deepest grief that I learn of the death of your kind and noble father, and especially that it is affecting your young heart beyond all sensation. In the sad world of ours, sorrow eventually comes to all, and to the young, it comes with the bitterest agony, because it so often takes them unaware. Your elders, no doubt, have learned to ever expect it. I am anxious to afford some alleviation of your present distress. Perfect relief is not possible, except with time. You surely realize now that you will never smile again. Is not this so? And yet, it is a mistake. You are sure to be happy again. To know this, which is certainly true, will make you some less miserable now. I have had experience enough to know what I say, and you need only believe it to feel your heart warm once again. The memory of your dear father, instead of an agony, will yet be a sad sweet feeling in your heart, of a purer and holier sort than you have ever known before. Please present my kind regards to your afflicted brother, your lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich. So creepy.
This guy's charming.
So, I can't be the only one thinking that Irina might be some kind of offshoot from this man. Family, maybe. Friend of a family. She was found in the woods, right by the castle.
That's true, but then wouldn't that make this just even more creepy?
Yes. No doubt it is not. It is creepy, understand. I wouldn't trust this man with anyone. Other than himself, and even then I don't trust him. But it does explain why the wolves did not attack her.
Is there a return address on this?
No.
I think you returned the offer anyway, which is why they got attacked.
I don't know. We can't ask because she doesn't remember.
No. Maybe on the journey we may be able to stir up some conversation with her, maybe open up something else so we can get a little bit more info on what on earth is going on here.
We could probably try and get some more information out of her. Before we do that, we need to make sure that we don't die on the trip from
Very
being underprepared.
Very true. So where should we go?
I was gonna go to the shop if you wanted to go with.
Well, if there's no other options, I think Davy still with us, or did Davy go to the?
It's up to you, obviously, Naomi, because I know you wanted Davy to go to Blood of the Vine. But it's up to you.
I'll say she's probably here for the letter reading.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to the shop.
Yeah, Bill Dress Mercantile. Okay. You don't have to walk that long. It's a small village in the end. It's a walkable village. And once you've dropped off Irina to the mansion, you do work your way there. On the way there as well, you do also hear that same kind of very charming voice, in a sense, of the old lady who is still trying to peddle her wares, what are called dream pastries as well. Who's got good perception here? I believe Davy has, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say passive perception is 16 or 15?
1 moment. I think it's 16, but let me check. Yes, 16.
You'd be able to catch that smell. It does smell good. It smells really sweet. But yeah, just want to put it out there. You do see the old lady peddling her wares during the day.
Can I have a dream pastry?
Oh.
She'll ask Brain and Lynn.
You hear in the distance. Oh.
Brain's gonna be like, we should probably see what that's about.
Yeah, I am very curious.
Okay.
I have the money anyways.
You do have the money.
Yeah, I'm the treasurer of this band, so nothing is getting bought without my knowledge first.
Tell you what then, let's go on a break real quick because I do need the toilet before we focus on this bit. And we'll be back in like 5 minutes to explore the dream pastries and see this old lady peddling her wares for all of you to maybe enjoy. So yeah, back in 5 minutes. Make sure, by the way, I always forget to mention it at the beginning. Make sure if you want to support not the stream but the artist, Turquoise Magpie right here, and Carmen Zavilles, please make sure you're using the Pally command and just send a tip over their way. It'd be really cool if you could. And anything else I need to say? Nope. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. Bye-bye. And everyone can say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy, everyone. Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. Our wonderful party survived a direwolf/wolf fight, what was totally avoidable until the letter was ripped. And I will, throughout the entire campaign now, that's going to be a thing. All the time. Yep. Do you know all this bad shit was happened throughout this campaign? Only happened because you ripped that letter once.
Hot kettle black. The amount of times you have got us into a fight.
You're welcome. It's more fun. So they were victorious. Donovich, the father, if you would, the minister of the church in Barovia, was down twice, but with the helpful words of Davy, helpful/creepy words of Davy, they survived, and they gave him a little bit more backstory to Irina. It was given that, or told, sorry, that Irina is not the biological daughter of Kolian, the burgomaster, the former burgomaster of Barovia. She was adopted and was discovered at the base of the cliff. What holds Castle Ravenloft. Is that the first time you heard Ravenloft in this campaign? I believe so, right? After that, after a short rest of wine and a bit of conversation, they escorted Irina back to her home for the time being while they began to explore the village of Barovia before heading out down the Svarlik Lich Road. I'm going to say Lich, because Liches are cool. And we left off with the players, or sorry, the party heading towards... Are you heading towards the old lady peddling wares? Yeah. So, first off, who is leading the party here? Second thing, the person who is leading, what do you say to this lady?
I think Davy's leading because Davy wanted to go up first. Rain is following very quickly behind. I'm sure Lint is also following behind.
Oh yeah, Lint has last at every sort of initiative when it comes to walking.
That's fair. And Picard is kind of just keeping a weary eye out more than anything. So, yeah, what do you say, Davy?
Hello. 4 dream pastries, please.
That's our character laughter.
How much are they? How much are they, Davy?
Oh.
God. Let's ask first.
Oh, hello. Hello. There's a lot of you. Hello. And you see
Hello, ma'am.
this very... Think of the most granny-looking granny you've ever thought about, right? Like the whole look of comfort is there. Would give you a hot chocolate if they could, kind of thing, with a little bit of marshmallow. And they, Flanders in the Simpsons movie. That hot chocolate, maybe that with a sprinkle of magic. But yes, she looks at you and goes, well, hello. I guess I don't need to sell them but they are 1 gold apiece, and I promise you it is a way to alleviate the dread around this area.
Can I do a perception check on this lady?
Perception or insight? Are you trying to insight? Is she full of shit or something?
Yeah, I want to know if like these baked goods they've got magic on them or something bad.
Insight.
When it's determining.
God, a natural 1, but it's +3, so it's a 4.
You are kind of like charmed non-magically by this lady.
Rain has mom and dad issues. They were abandoned, so as soon as there's like a little bit of kindness from an elder figure.
Yeah. She just looks at you and goes, I have been doing this recipe for most of my life, and these poor souls in this village have needed some kind of boost, so it just makes them feel a little bit better. The ingredients are a little bit of pecan, a little bit of meat, and a little bit of... And you see her hand sort of just go with... Does anyone have prestidigitation as in their cantrips?
I did, but I swapped out. I would know it, but I just don't use it.
Sure. You'd recognize it at least. You haven't practiced it, but you recognize it is prestidigitation. In your studies, you'd know that that is a way to change and enhance flavors. And that would be like where the smell is, and it is very like baked goods. Walking past a bakery at like 3 a.m. because that's when bakers usually do their baking. They don't do it in the day because that's a nightmare. And she just gives you a really warm smile, and it's 1 gold apiece. I know you'll enjoy them. My customers here certainly do. It gives them a little bit of a break from the world.
We'll take 6.
6?
We'll take 6, ma'am.
My. And you see that she.
Do you need help carrying anything?
Oh,
Are you okay?
I'm more than okay. I appreciate it. And this like warm smiles across her face, and she opens up this bag, and her arm goes right down into the like Mary Poppins style. Arm goes all the way down and reaches back out, and presents to you these very simple, kind of like pain au chocolat pastries and pies, all a different mixture of varieties. She presents it to you all. I don't know who's going to take them. But she goes, well,
maybe we'll take them.
Well, dearie.
Share.
6 gold pieces, please.
And the Rain's going to take some out of the pouch and give it to the old lady. And she's going to slide in, he's going to slide in like an extra one, like an extra piece of silver.
Thank you, dearie. And you see that she like puts it in a little pouch. What she has like a little fanny pack out her front, and just folds it away. Well, here you go. Is it Davey who's taking them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, my dear.
Thank you.
Please enjoy. If you see me later or tomorrow, if you're around, please let me know how you found the taste. And I would really appreciate any feedback. It's always good to improve.
I'm sure they're great, ma'am. I'm sure they're perfect.
Are you okay, dear?
I'm fine.
You see that she is like chest height to you, but she's like kind of hunched over as well. Dear, you're okay. You're a wonderful person, and I know you're going to enjoy these. In fact, and you see that she like pulls out. What's your favorite treat, dear?
Oh man, I had something at one point. I think it was called chocolate.
Oh, of course. And you see that she brings out a pastry, and it's a plain pastry, but then she sprinkles the magic over it, and then as it like envelops this pastry, the smell of like really creamy dark chocolate just emanates. For you, dear.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And she just
You
like
remind me of someone.
Oh, who, dear?
I don't know.
Well,
Thank you for the pastries.
If they're as wonderful as you, dear, I'm sure they are beautiful. And yes, he looks at you, Lint, and goes, "Are you okay, dear?"
I'm fine. I just didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, it's okay, dear. Sleep is very important for the young ones. Please enjoy, and maybe these pastries will help you sleep too. But thank you. And enjoy. It looks around like and it's like kind of I've got to say this kind of thing, but doesn't mean it. This is definitely like you don't need insight. Enjoy your stay around this lovely area.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You too, ma'am. You stay safe.
Wonderful day to you all. And she just closes her bag and carries on peddling the wares. And you just hear in the distance just a dream pastries, dream pastries, dream pastries. And occasionally in the distance you will see some doors. Like I said last time, I believe, just open up ever so slightly. And yeah.
Did he eats one?
Okay.
Brain's gonna eat the chocolate one and then look at these two and be like, all right, here is 5 silver each for the two of you for the wine. I'm gonna go to the store. If you need anything else, you have to come get me.
Does anything happen when we eat them?
Yeah. You have this feeling overwhelm you of this is the best pastry you've ever tasted in your life. For Davy, specifically, I don't know how many times you've actually had something sweet before. But I want you to, as a player, think about the best, like, chocolate you can have, right? And just enhance that flavor by 10. It is delicious. It's flaky. It coats your mouth perfectly. And it just lifts your spirits a little bit, you know? You're a high-spirited person anyway, but it just gives you that little bit of like a, this place isn't so bad after all. and the same thing for yourself, Rain, because you ate 2, right?
The chocolate one that she gave me, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That one is still delicious, and it's, because it was just for you, the exact same feeling, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rain's just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I'm gonna have to leave it for Dro to decide, because I'm not gonna roll for Dro. Lint
Lint doesn't heat his.
Yep.
He immediately, as soon as it gets in his hand, casts detect magic.
Detect magic?
He doesn't. He's really not sure if it's just like prestidigitation on it. He's genuinely curious.
Definitely has prestidigitation on it, to enhance the flavor.
It's a 10-minute spell, so he is just holding it in his hand the whole time that it takes to cast that spell.
That's so fucking. Detect magic or identify?
Identify. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I'll just say this. This has what the heck kind of magic is it? Just want to double check. Oh yeah, it's enchanting. It's enchantment. More than anything.
LSD. Would have thought so.
Kinda, yeah. It's basically like it's kind of charm person in pastry form, but there's a delay to it. Hasn't kicked in yet. It tastes amazing.
He's not going to eat it. He's just going to wrap it in a cloth and bag it safely away so that if it needs eating, he can eat it as like a ration.
You cast Identify, right? Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
Amazing. It wasn't just this information, actually, me saying it. You hear that voice from your spellbook actually tell this. And you hear that this voice is very like, oh, hello. What do you want me to? What is this? Oh,
I know that's what I'm asking you.
Oh my! I cannot taste, but it. And he like, or they blank for a second. My God, this is delicious. Please keep doing this. This is
okay. I'm not
wonderful.
I'm not going to have you enjoy yourself too much. I close the book and put it away. I just know what it is. I pocket it. I'm not having any perfect books on my brain.
All right.
There's a note somewhere else, just like, do not feed the book.
Do not feed the book. All right, so 2 people ate the dream pastries, maybe 3, we don't know yet. Lint, you just pocketed it. The book ate a little bit, in a sense. So where would you like to go next?
I'm going to go to the shop. I didn't know if you 2 were still going to split off and go to Blood on the Vine.
Yeah, wherever Davey goes, I'm going to go with him.
Okay. Davey would go to Blood on the Vine.
Okay. So just so you are both aware, Blood on the Vine is a tavern, not an inn. So you'll be getting drinks and stuff, but there's no place to really sleep. The mansion is available for sleep. All right. So let's go to Rain. Rain, you arrive at Bill Draft's Mercantile. How do you knock on the door? Do you enter straight away? What do you do? You kick the fucking door down? How do you do it?
I would say that Rain opens the door pretty confidently. The shop, you want my money.
There's a little ding-a-ling as you open it confidently. Yes.
And you get a sweep from left to right.
Hello.
What kind of stuff they have?
Oh, that's very rude. Just looking around instead of saying hello. Hello.
Rain kind of like gives the blank stare for a little bit and is like, hello.
Hi, I'm Bildraff. And who might you be? And you see that this gentleman is elderly, balding, like really pulled back hair, has a slight comb over, which is terrible to a face, like very thin comb over, and just looks at you and goes, yes, I am Bildraff. I am the proprietor of this establishment, and what are you here for? You here to buy or sell?
Rain's gonna walk up to where he is, and so for Rain, being charming is like a choice. It doesn't always come naturally.
Sure.
So they're gonna walk up, and then they're gonna smile a little half smile and be like, "What's a charming guy like you doing in a place like this?"
Oh, you're one of those, are you? Oh, wonderful. So, and he sort of like gets a chair and just sits down and goes, come on then, tell me what you want to do, charm me, whatever you really want, you adventuring types. Tell me.
Here's what I need, old man.
Old man, that's not a good start to this interaction, my dear.
But it's a truthful one. So,
fair.
I need to sell some things to get more money, to buy more things from you.
Sure. And you, by the way, you look around this shop. If the term basic bitch is a shop form, this is it. This is very much all basic adventuring things, right? So when out of game, when you're setting up your characters, right, and you have starting equipment as an option, that's what this place is providing. This is providing provisions, basic weapons, some martial weapons, some basic armor, nothing really high class at all. This is very, very like vanilla adventuring gear more than anything.
So nothing for healing, I'm assuming.
No, actually.
Okay.
It's so not magic. If you have a slight sense of magic now, very new to you, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't really give off much here.
Okay, so Rain's going to take a look around and see that it's pretty basic and feel already that this is a bit probably of a waste of time. But
I'm sorry, as a DM.
No, that's fine. Because I don't know what I would. Because Lint's already got the cloak of protection. Is that what it was?
Lint's got a cloak of protection, yeah.
Yep.
+1 to
so
AC.
So nothing in this shop wouldn't
leather?
add more armor to them.
No, for wizards specifically, wizards aren't proficient in shields, armor. They are proficient with like some simple weapons, but wizards alone, they don't really wear armor. I think they have light armor. Or
for Rain and for Davy, studded leather would give us an extra +1 to our AC.
Do they have that at the shop?
They do. I rolled high.
Cool.
But I'm going to say there's 1 studded leather.
Okay. So what Rain's going to do is Rain's going to want to buy that one thing of studded leather.
Okay.
And then I don't know if I would need to do like a perception roll, but Rain wants to find maybe 2 little or 3 little trinkets for Davy, Lint, and Bob.
Okay. What kind of trinkets? Like this is like basic starting equipment, but trinkets we can deal with. Yeah.
Just something nice, I guess, because Rain came off the ocean like seething and ready for murder, but after going through the death house and after, having the adrenaline pumping from today and killing a wolf, they're feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
They got to kill something that day. They had a fight. They want to do something nice.
Okay. I will say this then. Let's roll. I want you to roll a d20. Roll high, they have something. Roll low, there's like real shitty basic things. But if you roll high than a 10 for luck, we'll have something there. Again, basic stuff, but let's add one thing that you might find here.
So just d20.
Yep, and just tell me what you roll.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. My God, there's everything everywhere. I'll say then. And you just have the trinkets, right?
Yeah, the studded leather.
Studded leather and
then
trinket
just
stuff.
three little things.
Okay. So you will find a couple of like just little gems, what aren't really worth much. They just look pretty. It's kind of just like almost glass in its element. And there is a ring. Just a very pretty looking ring. I don't mind what you describe it as. Its price tag is pretty high.
Okay, let me look at my things here. So I can get how much is the studded leather?
The studded leather is 90 gold.
90?
That's right, Naomi. That's right.
Okay, now hang on. I got a lot going on here.
Now, if anyone plays D&D and you chose this, you know that's expensive for studded leather.
Hang on, let me do some math real quick. Do you want to skip over to the other two while I work some shit out in my head real quick?
Sure, but do me a favor. I would like you to roll an insight check real quick. By the way, 10? It's nice studded leather.
Oh my God!
I'm not being a dick, people at home. This is written in the module, okay? Things are double the price here.
Welcome to the countryside.
All right. So, Lint, Davey, you find yourself at the tavern. Is there anything you want to do here?
When Davey walks in, is the same bartender still there?
Doing the exact same thing. Yes.
Hi, Eric.
Just cleaning and moving and not even acknowledging you right now. Just very quietly just moving and cleaning and moving and cleaning.
Davey's gonna sit down. There's probably like a booth, right? Or like a place where drinks are served where people can sit, right? Yeah, she's just gonna sit right in front of him and watch him for a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's just consistently doing that. Like, depending on how long you want to be there for, but let's say throughout this entire encounter at least, does not stop this routine. Does not stop. Lynn, anything you want to do?
They're just following like Davies at this point. If they
keep him safe, out of trouble.
If they both get closer to him, they just want to do like a really insight perception check, like checking if there's any like marks on him anywhere, like any bite marks in his neck, any like marks on like tattoos on parts of his body. He just wants to investigate.
Make a perception check.
On now. What's my perception? Plus 16.
16's good. A couple of things you look at, right? You're very impressed with how Davies is staring. I don't think Davies blinked yet. I'm assuming, okay? Second thing, there's no markings on him. There's no, like, you're looking maybe for the neck and there might be some holes here. Nothing of sort there. Nothing with that perception check gives you any indication of why this behavior is happening right here. It's just like inhuman about it.
Do you enjoy cleaning glasses?
And he turns to you and goes, glass of wine, 1 copper piece, a jug, 1 silver, and carries on cleaning.
She's gonna put her hand over his hand and try to take his hand.
Oh, take it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask you how forcefully you do this. Is
Gently.
it gently? It brushes past you and goes right back to the routine.
She tries with just a little bit more force.
Yeah. Let me roll. Roll for me. Roll me. This is a weird athletics. Roll me strength. Roll me strength.
Okay.
He rolled high.
3.
Yeah, he rolled high. So it's like this little resistance, and then pops Ryan. The 3 Vistanis who are sat around at the table call out to you and go, "You'll never get a word out of him, dear. Only
She's gonna
those
ignore
ones."
them. And she'll lean in closer to this bartender.
And it's like just cackle, 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 cackle.
I know the people here. They don't think there's anything behind those eyes. I'm not so sure. Here. She's gonna go to her arm and take a rather large mushroom and pluck it. This helped me once. Maybe it can help you. And she's again gonna try to take his hand and put the mushroom in it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Kind of disguise what's going on. Linta's gonna go up to the ladies a little bit and just say, "You own this establishment?"
We do. Yes, dear.
So you hired him. Was he always like this?
Yes. He is one of the unfortunate ones in this land. And thankfully, they are very cheap labor because he just enjoys his work. It gives him purpose. He's very good at what he does, at least. Very efficient. Davey.
Natural 2021.
Nice.
There's this moment where you sort of... It could have been a sleight of hand, really, but either way. Whatever it would have been. You... like hand it, and his hands are consistently like this, right down more than anything. And there's this bit where it lands on the back of his hand, right? And it balances, almost connects to it. Connects to him. It connects to his hand, and he continues the routine. But the mushroom, you see it slowly spreading a little bit, and just continues.
Good luck. That's all she wants to do.
Okay. Lynn, anything else you want to say?
He'll just trying to conclude the conversation by saying, "What do you mean, unfortunate ones?"
Well, there are some people in this world of ours who is a bit different than others. Nothing behind the eyes. Some of the children we discover have it at a very young age. Weird as well, because... Thank you for the raid, by the way. Weird because we found the babies that do not cry when they are born. They all end up in a similar way.
As a random or from specific areas?
Random from what we know. It's been like this for generations. We Vistani are lucky ones. For some reason, we are good. We have life. That is what Vistani are. We are about life and living in the moment. And we are just the blessed ones, apparently. People say that it is because of Strahd and it's Strahd's blessing, but I don't believe it personally. I think it is some other element in this world, but Vistani are the ones who are, I don't know, chosen.
I see.
And you see them look at you, Lynn. There's this moment of looking in your eyes because they want to see if you have it. And they pull back.
Lint kind of notices that they're staring at him and is... Honestly, he wants to throw a chair at them. Is what he wants to do. But instead he just kind of bites his tongue, holds back, and just bows his head and says, "Thank you. Answering that question."
Does Davey hear this conversation?
I'd say your past perception is good enough. You are focused very much on the bartender right now, but you can pick up a little elements, yeah.
The moment when Davey gets up and she will walk over to them and she'll look at them and she'll say, "And what do you see when you look at me?"
They do, like, stare at you. Oh, you are a very curious one.
She's gonna leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow. I follow Davey out.
So we'll have this where you guys will meet in the middle, and then
Before
whatever you
that
want.
happens,
Yeah, please.
as Lind and Davey leave, Davey will look at Lind and just say, "They said I was unfortunate once." Let's go.
Rain.
Okay. We're gonna try our best. What Rain's gonna do is Rain is gonna take out 2 items from the death house and place them on the counter.
Okay.
Beside the studded leather, the glass gems, and the ring.
Uh-huh.
They're going to put down a crystal from the chandelier and the silver
that
jewelry
chandelier
box.
crystal. You pull it out, and it evaporates in your hand.
So anyways, like I was saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the silver jewelry box down.
Yep. And
the platinum necklace with topaz.
Okay.
I'm going to set these 2 items down, and I'm going to...
bark at them? God damn. That's aggressive.
That was so vicious for no reason. It's a spider.
It's like, fuck him up, Rain.
Right? I want to do a persuasion check and tell him, hey, these 2 items are from the death house, so they're worth more. Can these 2 items be a trade for the studded leather, glass gems, and the ring?
Are you trying to give me a thing from a cursed house?
We lifted the curse. That's why we're still here. That's why I'm alive.
Really?
Can I roll persuasion
on
that?
Of course you can. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to not let you roll. Do me a favor, Goss. Could you, do you know how much it's all worth altogether?
Let's see. The silver jewelry box and the platinum necklace with topaz were some of the only 2 items that I did not get a price for.
Okay. I did have it somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, go tell me your persuasion check, and we'll figure this out off camera, because shopping man in and working this shit out, I can't. So yeah,
it's okay.
We'll do it afterwards.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So with all of the items, we will discuss this off stream. I will say this. With that dirty 20, he will not... he's not going to hustle you too much. As... and just to summarize what the conversation is going to be like, if that's okay, Goss. His meaning, or the reasoning, behind his high prices and low buying points is he looks at you and smiles and goes, where else are you going to get it from? There's no one else around, and that's it. Supply and demand, my dear. So if you want to sell it here and trade, you're more than welcome to, but I am in charge here.
So can I do an intimidation roll?
Yeah, of course you can.
From Rain, and Rain's going to be like, well, where I come from, we can also just take what we want, because some people can't stop us.
Yes, please. Roll intimidation.
Got a 10.
No.
There's something what throws you off about this person, right? It's confidence without needing to be confident, because they are very behind their words. They mean it, what they say. And he goes, now, dear, something you need to know about me. I'm a businessman. I see adventurers like you coming through this all the time with the confidence and wanting to sell and buy and all this kind of thing, and they either wind up dead or never return. So assuming they're going to be dead. Also, I've heard this spiel before. They come in thinking they can intimidate me to then providing them discounts and stuff, but I am the one in charge here. And if anything happens, well... and he's sort of like on the desk. And through like these, this curtain behind, there's this, you hear footsteps. Boof, 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 boof. And this hulking figure dips under the door and stands up, and he is around, he's human. He's around about 7'5".
Okay.
Built like a brick shit house. Looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello.
Oh.
What can I do you for? Uncle, are you okay?" And he's just like this big, bold guy who's like, just like, do you need any help, Uncle? And he's like, "Well, maybe not, but you know, they're doing the thing, aren't they?" "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. If you're not happy here, I'd have to escort you out. I hope that's okay."
Rain's like, "I've offered you fair trade, and I've offered you intimidation. You take neither. So I'm starting to think that this isn't a shop at all."
"Oh, it's the only shop in town, dear. Take it as you will."
Who's buying this stuff?
"Well, what's interesting, the people who buy it are the people like you. They need their help, and then, if I'm honest with you," and turns to Periwinkle. Turns to the giant man. "Periwinkle? Yes, Uncle. What happens to the ones who come by most of the time?" "Oh, well, they wind up dead, Uncle. And then we go and find where they are and bring their stuff back. That's kind of how our business works. It's a very intelligent thing my uncle does here, actually. He's very good at this kind of thing."
So my stuff is worthless because you think you're going to be able to just come grab it anyways.
"Most of the time, dear. I haven't been wrong so far. Maybe you'll be the one who proves me wrong." So, and he's going to go through like the spiel of actually dealing with it thing. So you do get your stuff, right? If you want it, by the way, Gus, if you don't want it, totally fine not to have it. But he'll go through a little bit of a spiel with you, and we'll discuss like what will work out the pricing. So after that conversation, Periwinkle will say, "It was lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. We'll hope to see you again." And he's like, he has this like little handshake. He's like putting his hand out with a big smile on his face.
Oh, Rain's going to give him like a genuine handshake.
And it's like woof, right round you. "Thank you very much. And I know he's an intimidating man, and sometimes people find it unfair, but he is a businessman, and we appreciate your patronage. Thank you very much." And he'll turn around and go under the door, and there's a little bit of a poof on his head as he goes underneath it. But it's like, you notice that the doorway has like a little bit of a curve to it because he just keeps hitting his head on it all the time.
Oh, no.
So you guys converge in the center. Assuming you're going to go to the mansion. Is that where
So
you
was I able to get the stuff?
Yeah. We'll do it after game, though. We'll do it after game, because doing the pricing and things, I have no energy for that. So, yeah, you converge in the center of the village. Do you guys go back to the mansion, and then you can have a long rest before the adventuring day next day? Is that a cool thing for you guys? If you want to, if you still want to do something else, please do. Yeah? Okay.
Yep. It's all good.
So, as the day goes by, you do your shopping, you talk about what you provided, Rain, and we'll pick that up, like, next session, right, if you want to do any roleplay with those items. there's this point at night where you are in just a single room together, right? Multiple beds. And you hear a on your door, your bedroom door.
I guess I'll go answer it.
Rain and Davey both get up and go to the door at the exact same time. Your hands almost touch, but you go whoop and pull back, and then one of you opens the door. And as you open the door, you see Irina in front of you. Oh, sorry to disturb you. I thought before we make our way to Valaki, I believe, I thought I would show you something that I truly find fascinating. If you would like to accompany me.
Rain's trying to like brush hair over their ears to hide how red the tips are from like the hand touch with Davey. It's like, you're about to go to bed, but sure.
Is everyone able to attend? It would be if you were not to come back here on the journey, I would like to see it myself as well before I leave.
Sure.
So you all gather your things. You do get prepared, right? You get your arm back on. You get anything that might possibly lead to an encounter. And Irina takes you back to where the church is. And you're surrounded by the mist one more time. But the graveyard itself has the mist, but there's a slight, like, greenish glow. Like it's almost dew. And Irina turns to you all and goes, there's something fascinating that happens exactly as our time hits midnight. I just want to see it one more time, and I thought you as adventurers might like to see it yourself. Maybe to possibly enhance your knowledge of what's going on in this land. Or it could be a warning. I'm not sure. Please. And she provides, like, glasses of wine. Whoever wants it. And they find a bench. And you lot can, like, sort of sit around. And you see this green glow start to, like, shift a little tiny bit. And as Irina says, the moment it starts to hit midnight, the green glow starts to gather in certain places. Goes from one little kind of lump to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 10, and it goes into 50 to 100. Davey, to start with, you feel like it looks like little mushrooms are starting to grow from this green glow. And as they start to raise up, you notice that the mushrooms start to form the shapes of humanoids. The ghostly apparitions of not just humans. You see an elvish man. You see a dwarf. You see a dragonborn. An Aarakocra. Multiple different species arrive. Some bearing just the bare minimum. Some sporting fine armor. And as they all coalesce into their previous forms, you see them start to march to the west, out of Barovia. As you're watching this, is there anything you guys want to do during this moment? You do see, by the way, that they are like walking through everything. So the gravestones and stuff, they walk through them and just drift. They don't acknowledge you at all. They all face the same way. They're not curious at all. They are focused.
It's beautiful.
I think Rain's just gonna kind of stare at and try to see how many different types of beings are coming from this.
A multitude. Pretty much every type. There's some species that you've never heard of, because there's some species what are known in the Forgotten Realms, at least, what are from different parts of the multiverse. So there's different shapes and sizes of all humanoid figures here. The only thing that is maybe different is that these look like adventurers like you. You do see some of them are in parties of 3, 4, and 5. Doing 6 is too much as a DM. You shouldn't do that. Too many people. But there's parties, adventuring parties, all marching towards west.
Lint's just gonna kind of say, it's like Holakini.
Let's not let that be us. We agree on that, I think. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a mushroom ghost.
Holakini is meant to be an honorable thing. It's called the Wild Hunt. It's where spirits who are, vicious and lively in life are able to continue lively in death.
Okay.
Lynn, I want you to make an insight check on that.
On myself?
No, on what you're seeing.
Dirty 20.
This land is different for you. You try to articulate what is happening around you as much as you can by using the information that you have learned about. Although you are leaning into that kind of description of what is essentially an unknown thing, because that's what we try and do as humans, right? We try to bring things into our mind so we can try not lose our mind on what the fuck's going off in this universe, right? That's our thing. This moment of saying that, the moment you say that, you click on going, but this is different. This is not honor that you're feeling anymore. This is desperation. A never-ending attempt to fix what is currently unfixable. You notice they are focused, but they're tired. And even though you want to change it into this thing that makes sense to you and what you studied, there's this moment of going, something is keeping them here. And we need to find out what it is.
Lint, he kind of knows that, and he's at one with understanding that. So he turns to the very back of his book. There's a little hidden chapter. If anyone wants to sneak at what he's writing down.
You guys decide. If you're watching the ghost, you're looking at the ghost. If you're not looking at the ghost, you can say you're looking at Lint. your
And I
call
guess
is
Davey would be looking at the ghost.
again. I don't want to just. I want to give you guys the option. So, Rain, do you feel like you'd be looking at Lint doing the book or not?
I think Rain's gonna see Lint, like the gears in his head start to turn and look at what he's doing.
Okay.
He's kind of he's got his finger like at the very back of the page to save it, and then he flicks through some of his notes, and there are certain paragraphs of torn pages of what looked like a book that was printed on purple paper, written in a completely different handwriting to him. And it has a blur on what of what he said as Hurler Kinning on it, which is about the Wild Hunt. And then he just puts a tiny little asterisk with a number and then flips to the very back page, and it says Oddities of Life, and then has a strange different language that he seems to have made up in the back in little brackets underneath it. And he's just writing that down and putting the asterisk and the number, and then writing where they are, what church it is, and then he writes exactly what he's witnessing there.
Amazing. Very nice. To close this out, Irina turns to all of you and goes, I just hope that we do not follow the same path as these. It is a beautiful thing to witness, but I can't help but feel pity for these people. The same thing over and over. Never quite making it. I dread to think exactly where they wind up. Thank you for what you're about to do. It is time I make moves of my own. And hopefully you and I and your friends can figure out what's going off here. Maybe we'll save him after all. Who knows? And you see that she just grabs her glass and just drinks it all back. To a new dawn.
To a new dawn.
You drink your drinks, and it fades to the night. And we'll talk about your sleep in a second. On the next session, Rain and Davey, we're going to be talking about what happens in your dreams because of dream pastries. And,
no.
but we'll save that for next session. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed today. It was really fun. I'm glad you guys got to really slug it out with some things. Did a little bit of exploration. I'm glad you took some dream pastries. I'm glad you ate them immediately because I was like, we can't trust this granny. But yeah, thanks everyone. You did great. We'll be back, I believe, next Sunday. I think we're going to be back into a weekly routine now. So I want to say thank you for everyone who has turned up today. I appreciate it. If you've just turned up from the raid or anything like that, make sure you check out the VOD. I'm going to be posting the VODs on my YouTube. You can also check it out on here too for free because I don't do the sub thing for it. But if you want to support right now the artists of these wonderful portraits and this overlay, please make sure you go to Pally and tip them directly. It'd be really cool if you did. But next week we'll be back. We will hopefully have Dro back as well. I hope you're feeling okay, Dro. I'm glad I didn't kill your character, which is great. Started the onslaught real quick and I was like, oh fuck. But yeah, next week we will start off with the dream pastry dream and what happens and the consequences of eating a dream pastry. And I believe we start our journey into the Svalik woods onto Valaki. So yeah, thank you players. It's been real fun to play again. I'm looking forward to doing this weekly as well because that's what it's all about, Ken the Pace. Goodbye everyone, and I'll see you in the mists next week. So from me and my Mistwalkers, we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.